Why has Elon Musk supported Donald Trump so much? Is it about money, power, or influence? Or does Musk actually believe in the Trump cause? Well, I think I might have the answers. I've done a deep dive into Musk's relationship with Trump, and here's the kicker. They haven't always been friends. But right now, they're standing side by side, supporting each other wholeheartedly.
A star is born, Elon.
This is the kind of positive energy that America is all about.
It smiles at the moment, but I've covered some surprising twists, public feuds, and the secret motivations that might have driven the world's richest man to back one of the most controversial figures in politics. This is Elon Musk and Donald Trump, the world's most powerful duo. Before we answer why these two men are working together, it's worth looking at exactly what Musk has done for Trump so far. Not only did he donate more than $115 million, but Musk was also a regular feature on the campaign trail, quite literally jumping for joy while sharing the stage with Trump.
I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark, gothic MAGA.
He's traveled around the country rallying supporters, but his support and help arguably actually started a couple of years before, at this point.
Tonight, the world's richest man has just bought Twitter for $44 billion.
Musk shocked the world by buying Twitter, and in terms of a basic business decision, it's left many puzzled. He paid in the region of $44 billion for the company, well over the odds. And 2 years on, the company is estimated to be worth 80% less than what he paid. But it's clear that there was more than just money on his mind when he bought Twitter.
Freedom of speech is the First Amendment. Once you lose freedom of speech, you lose democracy. Game over. That's why I bought Twitter.
It was a political choice, and one of his first moves once he bought the company was to reinstate Trump's Twitter account, which had been suspended after the January 6th Capitol riots. He essentially amplified Trump's voice to millions. He also loosened content moderation policies, which some critics have argued has essentially made the platform the home of conspiracy theories and given prominence to hate speech and misinformation. Musk himself has 200 million followers and has used his platform to promote Trump. And the thing is, when the world's most successful businessman, the man who has made more money than anyone else, is standing beside you, it's quite hard to claim you don't know what you're doing. It's quite the endorsement, and one that Trump has really appreciated.
Elon endorsed me recently, the other day, actually. He's great. Elon Musk. He's a brilliant guy. I love Elon Musk. Do we love him? I love him.
Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying the video, please hit like and subscribe. We're a brand new channel and we're close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you can hit that button, it'll make a huge difference. The thing is, Musk does appeal to a certain demographic, particularly young male voters. He encouraged them to come out and support Trump, and ultimately, it worked.
It is now official. CNN projects that Donald Trump has been elected president, defeating Vice President Kamala Harris and making a political comeback unlike any in modern American politics.
And now, after all his help, Elon Musk is in the inner circle. Since the election, he's been spending a lot of time at Mar-a-Lago, apparently giving his opinions on cabinet picks and advising Trump. They've also been playing golf, been to UFC events, and Musk has been in a few family photos too. Musk says he's first buddy, and there are some speculating whether he's actually basically the co-president. The formal role he's been given is a bit different. It's to run the Department of Government Efficiency. His task is to slash wasteful expenditure and bin off excess regulation. It'll give Musk influence over the many agencies that regulate his businesses, and he reckons he can save the government a lot of money too.
How much do you think we can rip out of this wasted $6.5 trillion Harris-Biden budget?
Well, I think we can do at least $2 trillion.
Yeah!
It's a hell of a claim, but many are pointing to what Musk did with Twitter, with proof that he can actually do it. When he came in and bought the company, they had 8,000 employees. He slashed it to 1,500, and it's still kinda working the way that he wants it to. But there's a lot of talk of Musk being much more involved than just trying to make the government more efficient.
Sources are telling CNN about Donald Trump's congratulatory post-election phone conversation with the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. It was joined by the tech tycoon, as we noted, Elon Musk.
It's not every day an unelected billionaire is allowed to jump on calls with world leaders, but Donald Trump can have whoever he wants advising him. And the thing about the Trump White House is it actually doesn't matter what your job is. It's about who has the ear of the president. And right now, Musk certainly has it.
The special guy is a super genius. We have to protect our geniuses. We don't have that many of them.
Trump clearly admires him, but the big question is why? Why is Elon Musk doing this all? Why is he supporting Donald Trump so much? And one of the first potential reasons is money. Now, if this was all purely motivated by finances, in the moments after Trump was elected, Elon Musk would have been a very, very happy man.
Tesla shares popping yet again today, continuing to add to that post-election pop.
Tesla, shares soaring on the back of Trump's presidential victory.
Shares of Tesla, one of the best performers of the morning, soaring today following the president-elect's victory last night.
Between Trump's victory on November 5th until around a month later, Tesla's stock price has skyrocketed. Musk's net worth went up by almost $50 billion. That's a lot more than he donated to the campaign, and it's also more than he spent on buying Twitter. Not a bad rate of return. But there's also a suggestion that this might be a more personal issue. Musk has spoken a lot about the so-called woke mind virus. During the pandemic, one of his children sought gender-affirming medical care. Musk says he was tricked into signing it off, and he is now estranged from his transgender daughter.
The reason it's called dead naming is because your son is dead. So my son Xavier is dead, killed by the woke mind virus. So I vowed to destroy the woke mind virus after that.
This is clearly a deeply personal battle for Musk. And Donald Trump, in many respects, speaks directly to what Musk sees as a cultural shift to the left. You heard it yourself. He wants to destroy the woke mind virus. That's why their partnership is a natural fit. They both have an anti-woke stance. They're both against cancel culture and online censorship. There's a lot that they actually agree on. But then there's something else that the two have in common. They're both not big fans of government regulation. And there are some who believe Musk is backing Trump so that he can influence policy that impacts his businesses directly. Take his rocket firm, SpaceX. It's received more than $20 billion of contracts from the United States government, and closer ties could prove to be beneficial. It is already a major provider of the launches to the International Space Station, and it recently won another $733 million Space Force deal. One of Musk's dreams is going to Mars. It's arguably his biggest ambition. He wants humans to be an interplanetary species, and he thinks it could be possible as long as government regulation doesn't get in the way. And being in the White House might help him with that. He's even tweeted about it. In the run-up to the election, he posted, "Vote for Donald Trump if you want humanity to make it to Mars." Then there's the issue of the regulators that are looking into Musk's businesses. An investigation by the New York Times found that Musk's companies are facing at least 20 regulatory battles. Highway Traffic Safety Administration is looking into Tesla's self-driving cars, while SpaceX is having run-ins with the Federal Aviation Administration. Trump in the White House, with Musk by his side advising him, might be able to halt some of those unfavorable investigations. Then there's Trump's claims that he'll introduce tariffs of up to 60% on imports from China. Although Tesla doesn't import the cars it makes in China to the USA, it does import some of the components, and those tariffs would mean the price of Tesla cars might go up. But the thing is, the last time Trump was in office, when there were similar tariffs, this happened. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, called the president and explained that it would make it difficult for Apple to compete with Samsung in the United States.
I said, I agree with you. It didn't take long. I mean, I sort of got it, right? And I said, I'm going to give you a waiver, and I gave him a waiver.
If Musk is by Trump's side, who's to say Tesla won't get a similar favor? Again, very helpful. Under Trump, Musk might expect fewer regulatory hurdles, and it could potentially save him millions and millions of dollars. But all of this hinges on the two of them staying close, and the truth is, they've not always been the best of friends. When Musk was asked if he supported Trump 5 years ago, this is what he said.
I think there are some things that I think are good, like the Space Force. There are some things that I think are not good, like support for oil and gas.
And his position on the environment, global warming?
We obviously do not agree on the environment.
The thing is, Musk believes climate change is the defining challenge of our lifetime, and Trump simply doesn't agree. Back in 2017, Musk actually worked as an advisor in the White House. Trump was president, but then Musk quit in protest in less than 6 months because of Trump's climate policies. 5 years later, in 2022, only a couple of years ago, they still weren't on the best of terms. Musk tweeted about Trump, saying, "I don't hate the man, but it's time for Trump to hang up his hat and sail into the sunset." And Trump's reaction, as you would expect, was feisty. When Elon Musk came to the White House asking me for help on all of his many subsidized projects, whether it's electric cars that don't drive long enough, driverless cars that crash, or rocket ships to nowhere, without subsidies, he'd be worthless. And telling me how he was a big Trump fan and a Republican. I could have said, drop to your knees and beg, and he would have done it. Now, Elon should focus on getting himself out of the Twitter mess, because he could owe $44 billion for something that's perhaps worthless. As you can see, things have been tense before, and they could very easily end up being quite tense again. Both of these men are used to being in charge, and they could clash. Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur, the tech visionary, the man who wants humanity to reach Mars. Donald Trump, the business mogul, the reality television star, and the real estate expert turned political firebrand. He is the most powerful man in the world, and he's the one sitting behind the desk in the Oval Office. At first glance, the two seem like an odd pair, but recent events suggest they can work pretty well together. It is a mutually beneficial arrangement at the moment. Trump gets Musk's credibility as the world's most successful businessman, while Musk gains leverage to push his ambitions and goals. Whether this partnership will succeed or backfire remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: Elon Musk and Donald Trump are two of the most influential figures shaping the future of business, technology, and politics. Together they could redefine the world or send it hurtling into chaos.